Good evening, Miss Mizda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How's Owen doing?
He's doing good. Thanks for asking.
That's good to hear. What we have been doing at school lately is teaching Owen to wash his hands. This procedure has been implemented for about 3 weeks, and so far the process is good. How has he been doing at home with washing hands?
He's okay. It's not his favorite thing, so most of the time I end up doing it for him.
Okay. The purpose of this meeting is to inform you about the training to promote independence by using most to least prompt fading procedure. Do you know what prompting means?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, that's a good start. So, prompting is another word for initiating. So, when I am working with Owen, I will prompt him. Now, this can be verbal, physical, and gestural. So, for physical, it would be hands over hands. So, I'm actually doing it with him. I'm standing behind him, grabbing his hands underneath mine, and then we would do the following steps to wash your hands together. Now, later on with this new skill is we want to fade prompting and then transition to less intrusive prompting. So instead of using physical, which is hand over hand, we would reduce it to verbal prompting. So what I will be doing for you is modeling what you will be applying when working with Owen to ensure that you understand the steps. Once I've finished modeling the new skill for you, you will rehearse what I have taught you. And once you have done rehearsing, I will provide you with my feedback. And we can plan for further training if necessary.
That sounds great. We could really use your help.
I'm happy to hear. That's what I'm here for. So the first step that we're going to do is I'm going to use verbal prompts for Owen to wash his hands. Wash hands. The second step that I will do is use hand over hand and verbally prompt Owen to roll up his sleeves. Roll up sleeves. The next step I'm using is hand over hand and verbal prompt for Owen to turn on the tap water. Turn on the tap water. The following step I will be using is hand over hand, which is physical, and verbal prompting for Owen to wet hands. Wet hands, so I would take his hands and put it underneath the water and so that he can wet his hands. The following step is physical prompting along with verbal prompting for Owen to put soap on hands. Put soap on hands. So Owen's put the soap on hands. The next step is verbal and physical prompting, which is hand over hand again, to scrub hands. Scrub hands. The next step is hand over hand and verbal prompting to rinse hands. Rinse hands. So Owen's rinsing his hands. Now what I'm doing is fading. I will be fading physical prompting and transitioning to verbal. So the next step is verbal prompting for Owen to turn off the water tap. Turn off the tap. So he would turn it off. The next step that will be implemented is verbal prompting for Owen to grab the paper towel to dry hands. Dry hands. Once Owen is done, you can use verbal praise or a hug or a kiss to reinforce the behavior that has been implemented.
Oh, that sounds good. A lot easier than what I was doing myself.
For sure, once you have the proper steps and the guidelines to implement a procedure, then the skills are there to be used. So what I will have you do is just follow this performance checklist and rehearse what I have taught you.
So verbal prompt will be wash hands. And we use our hand over hand and verbally prompt. Rolling up sleeves. Another hand over hand and verbally prompt. Do not tap water. Hand over hand and verbally prompt. Wet hands. Hand over hand and verbally prompt. So apply soap on hands. Hand over hand and verbally prompt. Scrubbing hands. Verbally prompt. Rinse hands. Verbally prompt. Turn off tap water. Verbal prompt. Wrap paper towel on your hands. And I guess now I give him a verbally praise and tell him how much I love him.
That's right. So that's verbal praise is a force of reinforcement, positive reinforcement once he's completed the task successfully. Now, I just wanted to give you some feedback. You performed the checklist very well. The only thing that I would suggest is before you're telling Owen to wash hands, is to tell, sorry, let me rephrase that. So in the second step, it says the mediator will verbally prompt the learner to wash hands. So since you're the mother, you can say, Owen, we're going to wash your hands to initiate the behavior that we want to arise.
Okay.
And another thing is just to make sure that you understand. So like you're still staying in the washroom with him when he's completing this step. It's just that you're fading the physical prompting. So you're no longer using hand over hand methods. Instead, you're just using verbal prompting.
Okay.
And so you've covered everything really well. What I would like to do is just plan for a follow up. So I think 2 weeks from today. So what do you say if we could resume this training session on December 4th?
That would be good.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming to meet me.
Thank you.
Have a great evening, and I hope that this training plan will work at home as it is working in the school.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.